Welcome to rSlash Today I Effed Up, where OP accidentally reads his mother's little black book. We have 1,000 words to explain all that transpired with our dear friend Paul from August 3rd to August 4th, 2019. Let me spin you a tale of Pooh River. 4:30 p.m. Our initial impressions of the Airbnb house were terrific. Our illustrious host, Paul, left a bottle of red for us on the table along with some chocolates and popcorn. Paul was friendly. Check-in was quick and easy, so our party settled in. Everything was looking great. 6 p.m. We returned from purchasing perishables for the weekend. We fill the fridge as we prepare for a relaxing and restorative vacation. We had all traveled far and had been looking forward to this rare reunion. A few days on the beach does wonderful things for the soul, but little did we know how our souls would be blackened forevermore. 8:15 p.m. After a round of 5 drinks, we noticed that several members of the party had disappeared and were nowhere to be found. We discovered them, ominous plunger in hand, staring terrified at a slowly rising toilet, one of 2 in the house. Plunging half successfully, we messaged Paul and let him know the situation. Only one working toilet isn't ideal for a group of 8 20-somethings drunk on beer and full of tacos, but we'd make it work. 8:38 p.m. The remaining toilet won't flush. The party grows worried. Paul assures us that he will call a plumber. 9 p.m. Paul has no luck with his usual plumber. They won't be able to fix the toilets until the next morning. A 5-second Google search reveals that there are 12 emergency 24-hour plumbers in Virginia Beach, but Paul didn't want to call them. After informing our dear friend Paul of our displeasure, he put his nose to the grindstone and made a few calls. A plumber was found. Magic. 9:30 p.m. Raw sewage floods the shower and both toilets. Kitchen sink makes a strange noise when turned on. The house is likely possessed. Drinks have been drunk like it's the end of Prohibition, and we cannot drive or Uber to safety. After all, where would we go? We pray to whatever eldritch creature haunts our plumbing to spare us. 10:01 p.m. The stench. Dear God, the stench. 11:20 p.m. Emergency plumber arrives with Paul and Paul's friend in tow. One of them goes to the roof. One of them pounds a Pabst Blue Ribbon. The advance guard sobered up and makes an emergency run to a public bathroom. We split the party. 12:20 a.m. Plumber ventures inside the splash zone to duct tape garbage bags around the toilets to seal them in preparation for the final blasting. Paul's friend fails to discover how to switch off his nose and taps out. I'm out, man. I'm out. It's been hours since most of us have relieved ourselves. The backyard beckons us with its soothing siren call, but we resist, for now. 12:22 a.m. Paul assures us the problem will soon be fixed and to keep partying. Classic Paul. We oblige, blithely unaware of the horror poo show still awaiting us. 12:24 a.m. The final blasting. The stench. The horror. The splatter. We all take 2d6 damage. 1 a.m. Paul and company tell us the bathrooms are fixed, but not to flush toilet paper. He requests we instead put used toilet paper in conveniently provided bagless trash cans. We decide to maximize our fun and minimize our bathroom usage. We also decide to leave the next morning. 2 a.m. The witching hour. Lights flicker ominously. The house isn't finished with us yet. 4:30 a.m. Paul offers a full refund. Excellent. He later tries to convince us to stay and only refund the first night. Not excellent. We ask for a full refund and promise to evacuate in the morning. He offers to let us stay for free for the remainder of our reservation. Excellent, but we decline and agree to leave by noon. Clairvoyant. 10:30 a.m. The party prepares to leave after a night of sheer terror. We take trash to trash cans, clean the kitchen, and prepare a sacrifice to the toilet gods. 11:10 a.m. We commence the cleansing ritual in the kitchen. After completion, we agree never to speak of this again. Who would believe our onerous, nay, odorous experience? 11:11 a.m. The Great Gurgle. We hear, deep from the bowels of heck, a cursed glugging. Was it the broken spirit of Paul's friend chugging another PBR? Nope. The shower head once again started flooding with raw sewage. 11:15 a.m. We hasten our efforts to flee. Paul is called. We finish packing all but the final suitcases into our cars. 11:30 a.m. We convene to discuss departure. Suddenly, one of our party realizes we've been cut off from the last of our supplies by a seeping poo river pooling in the hallway. Fearing the end is nigh, a brave hero bounds forth, vaulting across the rising floodwaters of the Rubicon. We form a line to ferry our belongings and our wounded to safety. 11:32 a.m. Water oozes up from the baseboards. Satan's septic tank thirsts for blood. The lights flicker once more. 11:35 a.m. Our dearest friend Paul arrives, eloquently prophesizing, "This house is effed." Agreeing with Paul's uncanny observation, we flee the house. The smell stayed with us for days, but the memories will haunt us forever. Well, look on the bright side. At least no one turned on any fans. Our next Reddit post is from Just Throwaway Lol. I've been in the very early stages of interviewing at this company for about 3 weeks now. Early stages feels like a joke because I've had at least 3 interviews with the recruiter so far. As part of the hiring process for Company X, you have to meet with the recruiter, take a personality test, take a logical reasoning test, interview with the hiring manager, complete a case study, present to a panel, and then individually interview with the whole team. It's a lot. I also think it's a bit ridiculous, but I really hate my job. What can you do? Anyway, I passed the early interview parts with my recruiter, and he informs me that I'm ready for the next step. The personality and logical reasoning tests. To ensure I'm not cheating on these tests, and because they don't want me to come in for a proctored test, I have to use their software to record myself taking the exam from my computer's camera. Now, when I'm not spending my time applying for new jobs, I'm working from home for my current job. Because I work from home, I'm not always the most presentable. We're talking sweats 100% of the time and showers only 45% of the time. I look bummy. I'm a bummy girl who works from home. To be clear though, I'm not unhygienic or filthy, just bummy. Anyway, I didn't take this into consideration when I opened up my computer for these tests. I really didn't take it into consideration when I opened up the program to begin the tests. I only took it into consideration when staring back at me on the screen was my greasy, messy bun and my 4 sizes too big holy sweatshirt. And then, because apparently I have no shame, I decided to watch myself sniff the neck of my sweatshirt to even see if it's clean. It wasn't. This was a super sobering moment, guys. I really wanted to put on a semi-good impression here. So I stood up from my workspace, aka my bed, to make myself a little more presentable. While getting up, I haphazardly moved my computer, which had been on my lap, off to the side with the screen facing the open part of my room. I took off my super holy sweatshirt to put on something a little nicer. That's when I realized I wasn't wearing a bra. Why would I be? I'm work from home, remember? And the shirt I'd planned to quickly throw on wouldn't work without one. I started rummaging around in my dresser for a bra. I pull one out, put it on. Dig through my closet for that single shirt I was looking for. Find it, put it on. Bam! Ready. I flop back down on my bed to take the exam, looking at least 67% better. Getting myself all situated, I went to push record to start the exam. There was no record button. Instead, there was a red light in the corner and a timer counting up. It read something like 9 minutes, 4 seconds. It had been recording the entire time. The whole time. Me cringing at my reflection, recorded. Me smelling my sweatshirt, recorded. Me dicking around my room with my titties out, recorded. I had been topless for a solid 6 minutes of that 9 minutes and 4 seconds. For an eternally long 6 minutes, my titties had been out, flopping around, being recorded. I can only imagine what my face looked like on that camera when I realized. I definitely whisper spoke, flip, and stared at the red little light for a while. Maybe I blacked out, I don't know. What I did know in that moment was that I was royally screwed. The recorded video submitted when you close the window. There was nothing I could do. And then, because I'm a moron, guys, I went ahead and finished the test and submitted it all. So that's it. There you have it. I might now have nudes on the internet. I might get my recruiter fired for not safe for work videos. Or who knows, I might get the job. So the comments here are a treasure trove. Please keep us abreast of any new developments. Hope her interview attempts don't go tits up. At least she got the story off her chest. Our next Reddit post is from Gimme That Llama Back. I'm a freshman in college and have fairly quickly settled in with a group of friends, which is awesome. There are about 6 of us, and we were all eating dinner in our university's dining hall one night. We were just chatting when one girl went to show us a picture on her iPhone. She was scrolling through her camera roll when she suddenly recoiled and started nervously giggling. "What?" the collective asked. "There's some dude's dick here." We gathered around her phone to see that, indeed, there was a photo of a man's penis, as well as a fully nude full-body mirror selfie, notably without face showing. We laughed about it for a second before trying to figure out how the heck the photos got there. We looked at the time it was saved to the phone, about noon, and figured out she was in class while it happened. So no one could have put them there when she wasn't looking. We also realized it wasn't a young body. It was a classic dad bod. And the guy was wearing a wedding ring. We couldn't figure it out until something occurred to me. Before I turned the setting off, everyone using my family's iCloud account, my parents and my brother, had access to my photo stream. They could see most of the photos I saved to my phone. This got annoying after my mom started questioning things I'd saved. Nothing bad, just weird memes or out of context texts from friends. So I turned it off. Without thinking of the consequences, I asked her if she shared an iCloud account with anyone. She said she shared one with her parents. She got quiet for a moment before the realization hit the entire table. I've never seen someone go from laughing to crying so quickly. The rest of our group was silent for a minute until the situation was explained to the Android users among us. That this poor girl had almost definitely seen her father's penis. We sat there for probably another 15 minutes trying to comfort her with an alternative explanation, but what can you say in a situation like that? The image is burned into all of our minds. I've never met her father, but I'm terrified one day I will. And that he'll have a dad bod and a gold wedding ring, and I'll know exactly what his penis looks like. So if you have an iPhone and you just double check to make sure that you're not sharing photos with anyone in your family, let me know down in the comments. Today I effed up when I read my mom's recipes. This morning, my mom messaged me to ask if I could come over and update the antivirus software on our PC. I agreed to drop in when I'm done working. Fast forward to me appearing in front of my mom's computer, initiating the update process and proceeding to do nothing but stare at the progress bar. While I was doing that, my mom proceeded to prepare dinner. The update was taking forever, so I decided to kill time by bringing necessary order to my mom's desktop. It was a mess. Dozens of random folders scattered across the screen in no particular order whatsoever. I couldn't even see the effing wallpaper. It was enough to summon the OCD demon buried inside me and clean up the clutter. So as I was organizing my mom's stuff, I noticed a folder called Mom's Recipes. Now, as a guy who's dating a girl who loves a man who can cook, this folder piqued my interest. I figured it wouldn't hurt skimming over some of my mom's recipes and perhaps surprising the girlfriend with an unexpected home-cooked meal. I opened the recipe folder and clicked on the Word document inside. Now, I'll be honest, I'm not the world's most intelligent person, but when I see the words mom and recipes, I imagine wholesome family dinners and stuff, not, I'm a woman, I'm a widow, I'm a mother, I'm over 50, and I'm still the whore next door. This was the effing opening line to my mom's so-called recipes. It was an ominous sign that I shouldn't read any effing further. I read further. It became clear to me my mom's recipes had nothing to do with how to cook, but rather how to passionately hug. I made it through the first 2 pages before the recipe book went into graphic detail about what my mom's preferences were when it comes to the size of the guy going into different parts of her body. I closed the document, finished the update, and got the F away from that computer. My mom invited me to stay for dinner, but I declined. All I could see was different sized dicks entering my mother everywhere. I think I need to end our relationship now. Too long, didn't read. Read my mom's recipes and realized her favorite ingredient is dick. Reddit user Armin Flint says it best. Your mom is Betty Cocker. That was rSlash Today I Effed Up, and if you like my channel, hit that subscribe button because I put out new videos every single day.